Okay, so it's another Team Tuesday night. It's Tuesday, May the 24th. I cannot believe it. And we have team training and connection night. So this is where we get together. We can't do celebrating. 5 orders. Yay, that's exciting. I think that's Kim. She's always the fire girl. Or maybe that's Monica. Somebody else was on a fire girl. No, Monica's on her iPad. Okay. Yep, Kim. I always have to figure out how all these names are. So it's outlet sale day. So because they've shut our downline reporting down, I have no idea what's going on with anyone except myself. So it's kind of like a guessing game. Anybody else have a good outlet sale? Julianne, I don't think she's on here. Her wedding anniversary today, but she had a $674 dance studio outlet sale order. I just got her text literally a couple minutes ago before I got on. I think I have 5 too, trying to get more. Definitely. We still have plenty of time for the outlet sales, guys. That's one thing that don't feel discouraged. And if you only have a couple of orders, guess what? That's totally okay. Because it has taken me one order. I won't complain for not having a lot of followers. Exactly. Like I've been in the business for almost 6 years. So I have a larger group of customers probably than the newer girls. And that's just from growing my business. And I will say this is the first time I've gotten a lot of referrals. And people, like there's been, for instance, consultants who used to come to my Celebrate and Connect meetings. They are referring people because they're no longer consultants. So I'm seeing the benefits of that this time. But there's plenty of time left. And I encourage you to share those ideas of, share the ideas of how to use the products. Like the OSNAP bins, I posted pictures today, that flip top bin, there's the stroller, what's it called? It fits on a stroller. I'm going to share pictures of that later on this week. And so typically, this isn't how I thought I would start it, but we'll go ahead and talk about the outlet sale for a few minutes and I'll give you guys some tips and tricks. Yes, Tara, I will go over that in just a minute. So basically, what I'm doing from here on out is everybody knows that if they place an order, they get an entry into my giveaway. I'm going to give away a large utility tote. And then what they're going to do is if it's a $50 order, they get an extra entry. If it's a $100 order, they get 5 entries. If they book a party with me in June or July is what I'm telling them, they get 10 entries. Okay, so I'm giving them through Friday night to get their orders in or to book their party. And so I'm going to put little hints on my event, or you could do it on your customer group, or you could text this out to people. So basically, I am just kind of sprinkling ideas and ways to use the products, continuing to share with them that the outlet sale is not over. So if you can stop talking about it, people forget about it. That's what I found. So you posted a video of your OSNAP pockets earlier today and tonight and got an order for 9. Awesome, Mindy. That is awesome. So yeah, just think of different ideas. What I did tonight, and I wish there was a way because I went live on the event page that I had for my customer group. But what I did tonight right before, it was around 4 o'clock, is I went live. No one was really watching me. I finally had 3 viewers, but I did a drawing for all those people who had added 10 guests to the invite for the event. And I drew for a prize. And I called it a summer fun pack. So I'm going to go buy a pair of cheap flip-flops for this winter. I'm going to buy one of the water bottles you can get at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put a Preppy Pop nail file in the pack. I may put a couple other things. And so that's my summer fun prize pack that I'm mailing to the person who was the winner of the door prize. So that's something I'm doing. Tara asked about my referral program. So basically my referral program just kind of, I do 2 things. Number 1 is I talk about it on my customer group. Not a lot, but if I do get a referral, I'm constantly thanking them and sharing with them that I do like to reward for referrals. Kind of how my referral program has kind of been kicking off this spring and summer is I really talked it up in my Hostess of the Month Club boxes and within my Hostess of the Month Club groups that I have on Facebook, letting them know that I appreciate referrals and I do reward for referrals. So they get, hold on. one of these, oops. Okay, so they get, these I made at Walgreens. Well, I made on PicMonkey or something. They're the size of like a Christmas picture you would send in the mail. So I made these. You guys can see them. They're just on photo paper. I had them printed and I used a coupon at Walgreens, so they were pretty inexpensive to print. I take them always to all of my parties and let the ladies know that if they book a party, the night of the party, the hostess for every party that's booked will receive one of these, $10, to use at their party. So I'll write that typically I let this expire a year from the date I give it to someone. And basically what I do is for referrals is someone refers someone to me to place an order or join my team, which I've had both happen, is I will stick one of these in the mail. So for instance, my Scentsy rep refers people to me all the time. I also refer a lot of people to her. And so she kind of gave me the idea of I need to be rewarding people when I send someone to someone, or when someone sends someone to me, because I appreciate their business. I am not out any money for this unless someone actually redeems it. Now, I have my husband's half-sister in Oklahoma has referred a few people to me. One has joined our team and a couple of have placed orders. And so she's got, I think, 3 sitting in Oklahoma. And basically, I know she's saving up because she is expecting her 3rd child and is saving up to purchase a product that she's going to use. So, and that's totally fine with me. Like I said, I'm not out any money. So I talk this up at my parties. I talk it up with my Hostess of the Month Club. I let my VIP customers know in my group that this is something I'm always going to give out. So it doesn't matter. You know, I could complicate the system and not give $10 and give like you could do it $5 for someone who places an order. If you they refer a customer, $10 if they join your team. I just decided to keep it very, very simple. Everything is $10. $10 for someone who books a party off a hostess at a party. $10 if someone sends a customer my way, and $10 if they join my team. So basically it's these, and the great thing is they're saved on Walgreens, so I can always have them printed off again and again and again. Do they have to place an amount before they can use them, or they can just use a $10 item if they wanted to? Because honestly, it's not costing me $10 anyways, because you know, we get our 25% discount, and as a senior director, I get an extra 5%, so I'm getting 30%. So this is only costing me, what, $7? So for me to get a new customer or a new team member, it's worth it to me. So good question. So this is kind of what I do. So in fact, today on my event that I set up for the outlet sale, one of my customers, Bobby, had invited 10 people, but she made a point to tell me that 5 of her friends or 4 of her friends or whatever that she works with, they were all sitting together and they were all ordering off of me as their consultant. Now, I know she knows other consultants, but she referred them to me. And because she referred them to me and because they placed an order, she's getting these in the mail because she's seen me on my VIP group rewarding people with it, because I make a big deal of it. So for instance, like when my sister-in-law referred Ashley, who's on our team, to us, I was like, woo! And I took a picture and I said, I love rewarding referrals. And so the more you talk about it, the more people are going to be like, wait a second, I want to refer because I want to get a $10, you know, they can't just refer someone to you and request a catalog. They have to place an order or they have to join our team. That's kind of the rules. So, yep, good questions. Does that make sense? All right. So tonight, we are, perfect, Mindy, thanks, going to talk about a couple of things. Well, several things. So we had a lot of announcements come out today in our leadership live call with Cindy Monroe, our founder, and Christina Snyder, one of our executives. And I kind of wanted to give you guys a couple of things. So first of all, so if you've got a pen and paper, this will be posted in our group. I'll probably post it tomorrow. But this is the June top 10 items that they're expecting to sell at parties. So this is always good to know. And so I, at my parties, label these products with, I just got like little, I was using hearts because I bought them around Valentine's Day, but now I just use like little price tag things. I don't even know if I have one around here, but they're just little tags with strings, and I attach it and label it number 1, number 2, number 3. And so at my party, I always make sure that's kind of like the items that I display the most, and I always let everybody know. And it's funny, at my party on Saturday, the women were like, have you gone over the 10 items? Because we really want to know. So I make a point when they come in, I'm welcoming them and they're looking at stuff. I'm like, okay, just want to let you know, I don't like to look like I've moved into Deborah's home. So here's my top 10 items that I've set out that are selling currently at the 10 best-selling items this month. And the ladies have really appreciated me doing this. Now, it doesn't mean I don't carry other products to the party or have them hidden away, but those are the 10 items that I kind of go over. So, and I always talk about it. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I've stopped using the backwards catalog party thing. Do y'all, here, I'll grab my binder. Hold on, let me grab it. Okay. Well, that's not a good example. Hold on. Okay, sometimes I get sidetracked, so we're going to be sidetracked tonight. Okay, so basically, at my parties, I've been doing this for several months. I don't like to ever share a lot about it unless I feel like it's really working. This, I feel like, is working, and I'll be honest, my first home party for May was Saturday, but I had a really great group of women. You have your first wine tasting party coming up on June 4th. Yay! You'll be great. You'll do great. So what I have gone back and forth many a times on how I want to do my like customer packets. Do I want to do a customer packet? Do I just want to give them a catalog? Do I want to give them an order form? What do I want to do? And for me, for a while, I was just handing out a catalog and an order form and doing the backwards catalog party. I wasn't even passing out the customer special flyer anymore because I felt like it was too much paperwork. And I did that, I think, all of last fall. I didn't like it. I felt like I wasn't providing all the information that I need to my customers at the parties. And so this was, Melissa Feetsum had shared this idea with one of the groups, I think, and I kind of took it and did similar to what she does, but I don't really do her presentation because she does the backwards catalog kind of thing, and I don't do that. So I kind of share what I do with it. So I did get the little binder, the 1/2-inch binders, and a pack of like 12 or something at Office Max or Office Depot. Now, why I like these is because they're firm. So they can, if there's no tables or they don't have a place to write something, they can pull their order form out and they can write it on here and have it on their lap. So, and I like it because there's not papers flying everywhere. They're really easy for me to interchange. And the things that I have inside, I will tell you, they're working. What's working in here is very eye-catching. So I hand this to them. I always have my customer special flyer with the customer special here on the front. On the back, I have just put a collage of pictures of me and my family. This is my most important why of why I do 31. And I wouldn't be able to see these cute kids and stay home with this dog or hang out with my retired parents as much as I do if it wasn't for 31. And so I like for people to know a little bit about me and who I am. And I love the fact that I put one of my trip pictures that I took, was able to pay my trip. My sister took my sister to Mexico for free because of 31. I get to spend like a week during the summer with my nephews. 2 nephews are coming now. So it's just something that I can talk about, and they turn it over and it just makes them smile. People can relate. When you can relate to them, like they see something besides you just being salesy, I guess. And so I have that on the back. Okay. So when you open it up, typically what you see is, let me get this here. I use the door price slips that come in business supplies, or you get them in your new kit. So usually when they open it up, there is inside on the front page is the door price slip, a catalog, and an order form, okay? So that's what I've got there. Then flip it over, and I got sheet protectors to protect everything. Now, because our pillows are so popular, I want the very next page after the catalog to be about the pillows. And I always make sure that I am talking about the pillows. I always take one of the pillows with me, and I let them know all the ideas and options that they have for the pillows. On the back side is a sheet that other consultants have created, and I just use it. I always find it and I print it off and I use it for the month. So the bundles are something that someone has put together using one of the customer specials plus some other items to create things, for instance, like for your home, or a getaway bundle or a canvas bundle. Since I've been putting these in here, I have at least 1 to 2 people at every single party since February ordering a bundle. I had some this past Saturday. They're like, well, I like this, but do I have to get that print? No. And so this really helps them think about how they can set up something, you know, for a new baby or going to the beach. And it helps them bundle things together. And the fact that the price is right there, that makes it really doable and really easy. So I love having the bundle sheet. I used to offer just a bundle sheet and pass it around, but now that everybody has it in their fingertips, that makes a huge difference, okay? The next thing is the spring gift guide. So I have that here. I do put, sometimes I play the game, Ask Me About My Job, so I have some questions about my job in here. I don't use this all the time because I'm trying to just figure out what I want to do with this. But I do like putting it there in front of them because it may get them to ask me about it, even though I may not just play the Ask Me About My Job game, okay? On the back of that is a flyer about hosting in the month of June. So I do talk about that. And then I always put the next month's customer special so that they can see it with the hostess special on the back. Then I bought these pockets at the Dollar General. And what I love about it is my pens are always in there. So they know to turn to the back of this and they're going to get a pen. So they know exactly where to find a pen. What I am starting to do now, because it's something that home office is really wanting us to do, and I was going to talk about it tonight anyways, is the opportunity brochure is in here with just a little bit of my pieces of information. So it has a postcard about me and opportunity. I'm making sure I offer that to every single person at my party. They have the choice of taking it and looking it over. They have a choice of not accepting it and deciding not to take it. Or they also have a choice of taking it, looking it over, and then meeting me for coffee. Because they know I take my I Love Coffee pillow, and we can go have coffee on me, and we'll talk more about what 31 could do for them in their lives. I'm letting them know. Good question. Mindy asked if I'm offering it at checkout or during the party or both. So last night I had a call with Andrea Downing. She is one of our main trainers with 31. I was on the phone with her and Kim Washington, my sponsor, and a couple of other leaders. And she was coaching us on letting them know during the party that that's something that you're going to offer to them, invite them. The wording she used, and I absolutely love the wording she used, is I'm going to invite you to explore. Okay, so those are the words that she used. So you can either hand it back to me, you can take it and look it over, or we can meet for coffee and talk about it some more. So those were the 3 things that she was talking about. But she said during the effective checkout is to invite every guest to take an opportunity brochure and then try and get their information, which you should get it if they're checking out, and follow up with them. So that's something new that home office, if you're not hearing it yet, and home office really hasn't talked about it yet because they're trying to break it out into some of us leaders first, is this is going to go out to the whole field. So by the time next fall rolls around and after conference, everybody's going to be on the same page. We are going to talk just a little bit on the recruiting piece of it tonight here in just a little bit, okay? So basically then in the back is just a sheet. If they decide to book a party, I can grab their contact information. This is what I keep in my customer or hostess files so that I know who's hosting a party, okay? So that's everything that's in here. So basically, I still haven't read the top 10. We're getting way sidetracked. But what I do is they get one of these, and so then I'll explain the packet. So I always let them know. I usually let them chat. Saturday, they ate brunch first. During brunch, I told them, I'm going to go over what's in here, but you don't have to look at it at this very moment. And so I kind of just asked them to fill out one of these because we were going to do a little fun giveaway because I do like to give something away out of my little zipper pouch of prizes. And then I let them know that they should have a catalog, an order form. I walk them through everything, okay? Just kind of briefly. And then once I walk them through everything, I let them know that they can check out the catalog, that there are 3 different sections for your home, for your family, for you, just for you. But my most important thing to that day or that night is to inform them of what is the current top 10 sellers. And so I'll go over those. I'll give them ideas. Usually after I've done the top 10, I'm passing them around. I make sure everybody's touching and feeling the products. And after the top 10, if I always ask, has everybody been to a 31 party? And so like these ladies, there was 9 or 10 of them there. I knew they all had. So I was like, okay, great. Well, I would love to know what your favorite 31 product is and what's your favorite? And typically when you ask somebody that, they go into more than one and they explain what they use it for and how fabulous and fantastic they are. So that's kind of what I do. And then what I'll do after that is talk about the Hostess exclusives that I offer booking bonuses, that the booking bags that I always take to my parties, they have a chance to take with them that night. And then I go into party themes. So I explain, we do all kinds of parties because really if we're going to have a 31 party, let's have a party. So you just have to be yourself. You just have to do what's most comfortable for you. To me, the Backwards Catalog Party I have used for so long, but I felt like it was time to change it up. And I felt like it wasn't personal enough to me. I want to really get to know my customers. I really want them to get to know me. I don't want to feel like I'm a sales pitch or a recruiting pitch. That I truly believe 31's a gift, but that's my personal opinion, and I want to share that and offer it to everyone and invite everyone to explore this. But at the same time, I also want them to have a really good time with their girlfriends. So, okay, so that's kind of a nutshell, so we don't take up all evening talking about it. So, all right, so top 10 June items. This is what they're predicting. Ready? Number 10, the Totally Thermal. Okay, Totally Thermal is number 10. Number 9 is the Away We Go roller. Is number 9, and that's a Hostess exclusive. So remember, if you don't have that Hostess exclusive or you're a newer consultant and you submit $1,000 in one of your 30-day start swell periods, you can get that Hostess exclusive for free. Number 8 is the Deluxe Utility Tote. Number 7 is the All About Benjamin wallet. We all love that wallet. Number 6 is the Soft Utility Tote, and Cindy talked about it on our leadership call today, that's the pool bag she's recommending to everyone this summer. And I had not really thought about that when she mentioned it, but after thinking about all the other products that we have, I think the Soft Utility Tote is probably one of the best pool bags. Reason being is it's collapsible. You can put the wet stuff in it. I'm not going to be worried about the wiring. Like, it's easy to tie up. That's one thing. I demonstrate my products. So I was showing the ladies, even though that wasn't in the top 10 this month, the ladies wanted to know about the Soft Utility Tote. So I took the strings. A lot of them owned them and had no idea what to do with them or how to make them more than just a big old tote. So I showed them how to tie the strings in the holes and cinch it up and all that kind of stuff. So okay, so that's number 6. Number 5 is the Tall Organizing Tote. Number 4, the Zip Top Organizing Utility Tote. Number 3, the Large Utility Tote, of course. Anybody want to guess what number 2 and number 1 are? Number 2 is the Insert for the Medium Utility Totes. And number 1, they're predicting to be the Medium Utility Tote. No surprise there. So those are what they are predicting for the top 10 selling items for the month of June. So Two things. I will start posting the bundle pictures in our group because I know this could be helpful for you guys. Usually they're individually, but having a sheet that you could take to your parties might be very helpful for all of you. And letting them know, like this, just being there, like they know about the pillows, they flip over and they look at it. They just do. And then second, the 10 selling items, those are items we should be having at our parties and selling at our parties. They're important. They're very, very important. What I do at my parties too, a little side note, is I do talk about the best deal in the catalog, which is the kit. But I'm starting to talk about things in a little bit of a different way. I haven't worked up my wording completely yet, but that's a whole other training with 31 too. So beware that that's coming. So, okay. So any questions about the top 10 items? No questions. Okay. Let me.
Hey, Dana.
Yeah.
It's Monica.
Hey, Monica.
So I have a question. Hey, I have a question for you. So I agree. I think the medium utility totes are going to be super popular. And I'm a bit worried about parties later in the last half of the month, about them selling out. So I'm assuming home office has obviously thought that through. And I know it's while supplies last. I know you don't have a glass ball, but should I be worried?
How late are you talking, I guess would be my question.
I have a June 20th party.
Okay. I am going to say I have complete confidence in 31 because this has been such a huge special in the month of November when we've had it in November. I think they intentionally put it in June because June is usually our large utility tote special. And because of never offering these inserts before, I'm going to be confident in it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think you're fine. I mean, the 20th, hold on, let me get my calendar. I mean, there's 10 days left in the.
Isn't that's a Monday?
That's a Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Monica, this is my guess. This would be my tip for all of you girls and anybody who watches the recording is if you're going to party in June, which you should be partying in June, we all should be, but I am honestly going to try and close all of my June parties no later than that weekend before the 30th. So the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th at the absolute latest. That's going to be my personal goal, just so I don't have to stress about it. Of course, home office is always going to be staying on top of it, updating us, letting us know if something is starting to run low. The great thing about the medium utility tote, there are no older prints in this sale this time. So for instance, we had a Hoot Owl print that they used to offer in November. That's not on there. So these are all fresh new prints. They are aware that Preppy Pop is our bestseller of all time in 31 history. So I'm assuming. Now the stand tall inserts, that would be probably more of my concern than the totes themselves, just because they've never had the inserts available before. So did they predict enough or did they not? You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping they did.
Yeah. And with you saying that those are the number 2 and number 1 predicted bestsellers, I want to have that confidence as well. Yeah. I have another party earlier in the month that I'm not worried about, but this one was a May party that got moved to June, and I just was wondering what your thoughts were.
Yeah, no problem. And I have a party, I have actually a party on the 18th and I have a party on the 25th. So, and that's just what worked for both of our schedules, and we're just going to go with it. So, I'm just going to tell y'all, be confident. Yeah, but definitely try to close a few days early. So, exactly, Mindy. You know what I'm saying? Good question, though. Any other questions about June's top 10 or anything? Okay, so I'm going to share maybe my screen. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. Okay, so I want to share, because this announcement came out today. If you didn't see it, there's a new hostess bonus, okay? So this is something that anyone who hosts a 31 party in either June or July, they can receive one of 2 products for free when she orders that month's Hostess special. So this is for anyone, though, that hosts a $600 or more party in either June or July, okay? So, and they have to, I guess this is the way to say it. They have to take advantage of the special offer, which, let me flip over to the flyer. So they have to take advantage of this special offer is the way I understand it. Maybe Mindy understood it differently. And then what they'll do is get one of these to pick for free. Let me see if she's agreeing with me here. Okay, that's what you understood too. Okay, so they're going to give us graphics and all this stuff, but I can tell you that everybody always loved our backpacks and everybody always loved the Take Two tote because it turned into a backpack. So these are really, really great for those hostesses who hit that 600. I am completely confident in the month of June, women should be hitting their $600 just because of the medium tote popularity. And if you are hostess coaching your hostesses to have that attendance there, they will get this. And the fact is not only can they, you know, get an amazing amount of free stuff at the $600 level, but the fact is they can actually get more stuff for free with this. So just wanting to make sure you all are aware of what this entails. So she, for $35, would get what you see here, which is the picnic thermal tote, the Gather Together apron. Both can be personalized in her option for that $35 price. On top of that, because she's hit that $600 level, she would get to pick one of these for free, which also includes personalization. Make sense? Okay, so that is something else I wanted to share. Another thing I wanted to share is, yes, the backpack option is amazing. So they shared this with us today. If you're familiar with the 1K2 group, the 2K4 group, the 4K8 group, there's a one half K group. I don't know what the name of that one is. But what they shared with us today, and honestly, I'm just going to be honest, I don't know this is shared with the field yet, so kind of keep it hush-hush, but it will be coming. And since we were on the call tonight, I wanted to share it. So we are always working in a month for the groups. So in the month of June, I'm just going to focus on what you should be working on for the fall. In the month of June, July, and August, if you hit the sales requirements for one of the K groups, you, in the months of October, November, and December is what I wrote down, but I thought it was September, October, November. Maybe it's October, November, December. Okay, so if you hit your sales, like, so a 1K2 group or a 2K4 group or 4K8 group means you're submitting a certain amount of sales within a 3-month time period. So in the months of June, July, and August, hitting $1,000 a month, and maybe you don't hit any sales in June, but you hit $2,000 in July and $1,000 in August, that would put you in that 1K2 group. Hopefully I'm explaining myself right. But basically, getting one of those K groups this fall is super important because guess what? We're going to be product testing products like we did with the Promising Picks last summer. So it's an extra perk for all those people who get into the K groups. But it's just for the 1K2 group, the 2K4 group, and the 4K8 group, okay? The group they just started recently, which is right below the 1K2, will not be part of the testing group. So just an FYI with that. So I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. So, phew. Okay, got that over. All right, so we already touched base on the outlet sales. I did want to talk about, just real briefly here, that outlet sale orders are fabulous, but it's really our follow-up that is what is going to help us with the momentum and carrying it forward this summer. They did tell us on our call today that Ready, Set, Sell. So if you're familiar with Ready, Set, Sell, which is a way to earn free products for the next catalog, next week leaders are going to find out when those dates are, and we're actually going to find out what's in the kits. So that's coming in July. So we want to carry forward the momentum that we have right now with the outlet sale orders through this week, and then hopefully, one, gain some new customers or gain some new hostesses. Go sit down, please. You're going to do that. So basically, what Mark Miller, who is a sales coach at Home Office, was sharing with some of us today was these ladies who've purchased from the outlet sale love a sale, right? They love 70% off, up to 70% off. That's what they're taking advantage of. But here's the deal. We have, as being 31 consultants, we offer free products for hosting a party. We have something even better than 70% off. We have 100% off by hosting a party. So he suggested that everyone who shops with you, he wants us to call them. Now, I have, I don't know, I just got a couple more alerts. So I have a lot of women to call. I don't know that I'm going to get that all done. My first goal is to send them an email thanking them. This is what I typically do, just to kind of give you guys an idea. I get the email confirmation from Home Office. I forward that to them. Even if they got a copy, I like to forward and confirm I got it on my end too. Thank you so much for your support of my business. I'll let you know as soon as the item ships. So I send that. Then what I think I'm going to do tomorrow is, because you can do a voice message on Facebook, which I just think is such a cool new thing. People are not used to it, so they're going to be curious and probably listen. So I think I'm going to send them a voice message on Facebook privately saying, hey, thanks so much, Pam, for ordering from my outlet sale. I hope that you found what you were looking for. Just a reminder that the sale is going on until Friday, and I did just send you an email letting you know that I did receive your order, and I truly appreciate it. Just something simple and quick, okay? Just letting them know. Now, something I want to continue to do after that is, one, let them know that the items have shipped. Love the voice messages. Tara loves the voice messages. Yep. I always let them know when it ships. And then what Mark was suggesting is, let's talk about 100% off. Say, hey, I know you love a good deal. You got 70% off, but let's talk about a way you could get items at 100% off. Now, I have not found the right wording, and I'm not sure I'm super comfortable with it, but I also know that whatever I've been doing before hasn't really been working, so maybe I need to change things up. But I think talking about that our hostesses get products for free, they get 100% off of free products. So I'm kind of just brainstorming some different ways I can do this. Now, I have little cards, just little cards. For those who were in Des Moines with me, we bought those cards at Michael's. You would love some wording ideas. Yeah, I hope to come up with that tomorrow, Mindy. So I will be sharing, and I'll be posting a picture of what I'm going to be mailing out. Because number one, I do want a couple more parties for June, but I also want to go ahead and fill my first 2 weeks of July. And July is always tricky because we have conference, and we have the 4th of July. So there's a lot of stuff going in there, but I want to home parties I would prefer, but I know that may not be the case in the month of July. It typically isn't. July is a hard month to get a lot of home parties. I'm not going to give up on home parties, but I'm also going to try and get some women doing catalog parties and that type of stuff. So one of the things I think I'm going to do is get the note card, thank you cards, and I'm going to handwrite notes to all of the people who ordered from my outlet sale. I have a coupon that is for free product if they choose to activate it and host a party. I think I'm going to put those in there, okay? And put a note with a sticky note on it saying, hey, Pam, would love to help you get 100% off or something like that. I promise to share the wording tomorrow. So I'm just sharing with you guys tonight because I'm on here. But then mailing them and then waiting about 5 days, 7 days maybe. And then following up again, letting them know that, one, I want to make sure you got what you got in the mail. Number two, what do you think? Okay. So it's really about following up and following up and following up. And the thing is that when I'm leaving those voice messages tomorrow, I'm going to let them know, here's the deal. I'm going to let you know when this ships. I'm going to also let you know that I sent you an email. And so when it ships, then I'm going to let them know, hey, this is shipped. I am mailing something to you in the mail. Be on the lookout for it, and I'll reach back to you to make sure you received it. So letting them know, that makes the lets the guard down with them, I think, more than just not telling them they're getting something in the mail. So I'm working on all of that. I promise to share, but I know Mark is right today when he shared with us that we have to carry the momentum, but we also have to we don't want this sale to come and go. And then we don't that's it. That's completely it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm really wanting us to be intentional with our follow-up. So, and do y'all want to see the July special? Anybody know what anybody got their July flyers yet? I just happened to see it today, so I can most definitely share it with you. Anybody want to see it? You got to tell me a yes. 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 You've seen it someplace. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the July special. This is the Totally Thermal or the Thermal Tote are on special. The thermal tote, we have not had a thermal tote special in quite a while, so they're $10, and those are some fall prints, ladies. So that's super cute and exciting. And that's the Totally Thermal for $22 with a $35 purchase. The Hostess special is the Pack and Snack bundle. It is the Tall Organizing Tote and the Lunch Break Thermal as a $25. So I really like that for back to school for teachers and things. Super cute, okay? So we're going to have to come up with some ideas because, number one, we got to book June, but we also got to book July. So super cute, right? All right. Final thing I'm going to share with you guys. Should have kept my screen open. Any questions about any of that stuff? I'm so excited for conference. I know some of you are going. I'm super, super excited. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Here we are. All right, so we talked, like I said, I'm kind of all over the place tonight, but I want to give you guys tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. So you've gotten the top 10 items. You've gotten how I do my customer binders at my parties. This is one of the things I want you all to be thinking about as far as recruiting goes. So it says 4 reasons your team will recruit. Now, I would love to know, well, let me go over these first, and then I would love to know before we get off here. we have to learn each other's recruiting language, right? Because we all joined 31 for a different reason. Now, Andrea was sharing with us last night that some people join for a spiritual reason, right? That they feel like God is truly calling the person to reach others through 31, however that may be, okay? So it's a spiritual reason that they join. Some people join because, and then they invite others to join because it's more of a competitive thing. And you ask other people to join because you know that if you don't ask, someone else will recruit that person. So you're going to ask everyone. That's something that you do all this time because you don't want her to be asked by someone else, right? Others have a gift. They feel like it's a gift. You're giving a gift, true gift that will change your life, okay? So, you know, you believe 31's changed your life. You feel like it was a gift. It was a present wrapped up for you. And now you want to share it with everyone because it should be a gift for everyone. And then others are more business oriented. So they talk about, you know, tell me what to do and I will do it. So some people just want to know, what do I need to do to run my business? This is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to do it. Right. So you can see as emotions are higher on the left-hand side there, personality is stronger on the bottom. Okay. So I want you to think about this for a minute and think about what is your recruiting language. That's something that I think I truly even have to think about. When Andrea asked each of us last night, I had to share with her that for me personally, I feel like 31 has been a gift to me. It was a gift that God gave me. And I feel like I have to share it with others because it's too good to not share, right? And I know for those of you who've been on my team for a while, you know that that's what I talk about. And I've even said, I feel like it's selfish if we don't share it, right? Like it's so good, like the sisterhood and the amazing fun we have with 31 team meetings and conference and the friendships that I've made and all that kind of stuff. However, here's the kicker. When all I'm talking about is that it's a gift, I may not be even talking about your recruiting language. That for those of you who are on this call or who watch the recording, like, what is your recruiting language? Maybe you are one of those people who are very competitive, or maybe you're one of those people who, Dana, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. That's the way I'm going to be successful in this business. And so for me to tell you to go recruit because it's a gift, you're not going to understand me because that's not the language that you're using. Make sense? Or if you feel like it's a huge calling that you're reaching others through 31 through this, that, you know, I know there's women who donate all of their commission to, you know, children in Africa, or that they feel like it's their mission and their calling to be able to provide for, you know, women less fortunate in the city that they live in. So others are competitive and they are like, well, I'm going to ask everybody because I don't want them to be asked by anybody else. So you can be a mixture, because sometimes I feel competitive, sometimes I feel like it's a gift, and there's even times where I felt like it's spiritual. Other times I want to do a business, but there's probably one that sticks out to you the most. So when we are talking with others at our parties, this is where it comes into play, is when I'm sharing about that kit and I'm sharing about the $99 kit and it's over $400 worth of products and it's going to change your life. It's a gift for everyone. That may not resonate with everyone there, because I'm not speaking their language and we're not speaking their language. Some people are going to want to purchase the kit just for the great deal. Other people are going to purchase the kit because they see the journey that we're on and they want to be a part of an amazing sisterhood, and they see the excitement and the enthusiasm that you carry, and they just want that contagious pink bubble. Other people are wanting that extra cash. They need the extra $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 a month to help pay those bills. And so finding out those whys and finding out what their language is going to help us share those opportunity brochures and share that information with them. And so the wording that Andrea shared with us last night is really great, helpful tips and steps to do so, but I wasn't ready to dive into all of it tonight. But the thing that she talked about was the 3 I's, which is we have to, at our party, create the interest for others to join our team. We have to invite them, and then we have to do what she calls as an interview. It's not like a job interview, but those are some of the things that will help propel us to, you know, find out if 31 is a fit for their lives. And so that's something that I kind of just wanted to just share with you guys tonight, and see what you guys think. I mean, do you guys feel like one is, what do you feel like is yours? You can put it in the chat box if you want. I don't know where my chat box went. Let me stop the share. What do you think is yours? Do you think it's spiritual, gift, competitive, or business? Or maybe you need some time to think about it. Business. Mindy wants to be business. Mindy is a business girl. I can see that. And there's no, I mean, everybody's different. That's the great thing. Like, as Andrea was explaining it to me last night, I was like, oh, no wonder some of my girls on my team are looking at me like I'm like, you know, smoking something or something, because like I'm not talking their language. Like, they're not going to share because I'm not talking their language. So, all right. So it is 9:54, almost wrapped it up. There's a lot of information that we shared. It's kind of all random. I want to make sure I said hi to everybody. There's Beth and Kim and Kelsey and Mindy and Monica and Sarah. Sarah's our newest consultant. And Tara, all here. Super excited you were all here to join me. Did you guys have any questions? My quote for the day is, setting a goal is not the main thing. It's deciding how you will go about achieving it and staying with that plan. And that is Tom Landry.
Hey, Dana, it's Monica again.
Yes.
So back to the whole meeting the K group goals for the being able to do the product testing.
Mm-hmm.
You said June, July, and August. So the current earning period ends in June.
Yes.
So is it cross earning periods?
Yes. Yes. And I meant to say that. Good catch, Monica. Yeah. So it crosses earning periods. So the one we're currently working on is through June. But then, so June is going to be double dipping for June's going to be double dipping. So June is going to be for the end, let's see, August and September, I guess it would be. And then October, November, December is the next one. So you're going to be working towards 2 K groups in June. So does that make sense?
Yeah, so you're working toward the regular K group, and then you're working toward the ability to product test, which is
The K
June,
group.
July, August.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
I know. It's super confusing.
Basically just hit the goals in June,
the
July, and
goals.
August.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it. All right. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, they were saying it today, and I was like, oh my gosh. So, and there was more information than I even shared today. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of information. It was a little bit overwhelming, but I was thankful. But yeah, super excited to be able to do product testing. We have no idea what it's going to be, but they've told us that it's going to be incredible. So, yes, double dip, Mindy. Any other questions? Oops, I lost my chat again. Questions? I'm so glad you got on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Atlas sale, don't forget. I will post more information to give you guys some ideas for follow-up. The thing is just be yourself. Figure out what works best for you. I mean, there's a ton of thousands of ideas out there of people and what they're doing. Just like with the customer binders that I did, I kind of had to tweak it and make them my own and figure out how I was going to use them. And you guys know your customers and your hostesses and your friends and your family and all those people who support you in your business better than I know them or any other 31 person knows them. So what works for you in your business may not work for me in my business, and that's totally fine because we're all our own CEOs. And so create something that works for you and you feel comfortable doing. So, but yes, lots of upcoming amazingness going on. And I'm super excited because next week we'll be doing lots and lots of celebrating because the Atlas sale will be over and the month will be almost over, and it's going to be a really good time. So, all right, girls. Well, it is 9:58. Super excited you joined me. And if there's no other questions, I'm going to hit the end and I will be online tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thank you.